Hi there. Welcome to Encompass Yourself. My name is Kelly McKinstry and I am your transformational guide. So for today's video, I want to talk about finding peace in the chaos. So as the energies are changing on a planetarily and a humanitarian level, it's creating change, which is creating a lot more change in our personal lives. So it's going to play out with more challenging times. So if you're finding yourself in fear and anxiety and seemingly too much on your plate and or can't seem to slow your life down, well, first off, you're not alone, and you've somehow been connected to this video for a reason. So hopefully I'll be able to give you some clarity so you can catch your breath and exhale. Now, back to the way of finding peace within the chaos. So it's really about embracing and balancing all facets of yourself to achieve your personal trifecta. So that's really your body, mind, and spirit connection. So if any of those things are out of alignment, you're going to experience dis-ease or unrest. So if you take care of your physical body, like exercise it, feed it nourishing and good food, you're going to end up having the endurance and the strength to handle most things related to your fight or flight. Now, if you take your time then to stimulate and challenge yourself mentally, like you're continuing to learn and expand your mind, you're going to develop and store a usable tool set to be able to think logically what your best plan of action is going to be when you find yourself in challenging circumstances. And then lastly, in this trifecta, in my opinion, is the most important, is partnering with your higher self, your spirit. Your higher self has no fear, has no anxiety, no need to control, no worry of safety, nothing to prove. It's not concerned about proving its self-worth. So connecting to your spiritual self will require you to allow that bigger part of you to be the driver of your vehicle. So this means understanding your ego and its real purpose. What purpose does it serve? It's basically there to keep yourself, keep you safe, That is its sole purpose or soul mission. It basically has the skill set of a 5-year-old or that of a caveman. Its responsibility, again, is to keep you safe. So, to do this connecting and allowing your higher self to be the one in control can be uncomfortable at first, and it can take some time getting used to, because we tend to think that if we let go and if we don't control everything, that things will get out of control, or maybe that it just won't get done or get done right. So actually, this is about allowing your higher self or your spirit to be the one in control. This isn't about not doing. This is about learning to get quiet enough to listen And when we do that, we begin to get inspired action steps. The breadcrumbs are always going to be in front of us. When we are in constant fight or flight mode, and we anger easily, and we're in worry, and we're anxiety ridden, it's because our driving force is our egoic mind, and we're pushing through life with by our triggers or our sheer will, so we then are a product of our environment. We are actually producing through our egoic mind. So when things are coming at us through our, anything outside of us, our environment, it's that becomes, it's what's in control. We're on this wheel that we can't seem to get off of. It's this constant trigger of I feel, so I react. It's a conditioned response that we learned at a very young age. So most people actually believe these circumstances in their life is just the cards that they've been dealt with. And they accept the status quo. So then they spend their lives just dealing with the things that they've been handed, not ever even realizing that we have a choice and our lives can be different, So don't let a major crisis be the catastrophe or the catalyst that makes the significant change to your life. Like a major illness or the loss of something or someone major in your life to be the reason for your wake-up call. Listen now to that slow, progressive uncomfortableness that is your life squeezing you. You can live with ease, you can live with freedom, you can have joy and health, and you can most certainly have peace within the chaos. So again, the key is to allow the real you, the bigger you, be the driving force of your vehicle. So I encourage you to begin a practice of just setting some undisturbed time aside, even if you only start with a few minutes to get quiet and find your true essence, that energy, that electricity, that prana, the life force, the thing that animates your physical body. Partner with that essence, listen and ignite and allow that to steer your ship, that divine spark that resides within you, the bigger one who knows, and when we do this, our lives transform in the most profound way. It actually starts with the peace, and the worry and the anxiety just falls away, and we think maybe this will make us weak and mushy to relinquish control, but it's actually just the opposite. We begin to stand in our power. We have this unshakable courage, and this confidence, because we just know, we no longer think, this essence actually resides within our heart center. Our heart is the one who knows, our egoic mind thinks. But when we start living from this more powerful, bigger part of us is when we become our true badass self. Life begins to change, and it flows through us in a way of compassion and love and kindness. You'll see your world through different eyes, and your life will actually begin to change before your eyes. And then there is peace in every step So when you make this connection within, so without, your outside world and your circumstances will change radically. You'll see respect, and you will want to take care of your body in a completely different way. You're going to be creatively inspired in your mind, and you'll be seeing through these new eyes and have new expanded possibilities. But trust me, you're still going to have challenges, but it's going to be how you handle them that is going to change, and that is what actually changes everything. So remember, your mind thinks and your heart knows, so tap into this essence within your heart and begin to life flow out through you. When you tap into that essence, it's like your own personal battery, it's your own personal powerhouse, it's that inexhaustible energy center. You become your own powerful generator, and that's what creates the change. You are not the product of your circumstances. You no longer feel the need to control and force life. Trust me, people will feel your power because it's authentic and it's graceful. So let me ask you something. When you squeeze an orange, what do you get? Orange juice. So what emotions are you feeling currently? If it is fear, anxiety, anger, confusion, despair, worry, resentment, know that you have the power to change all of that in an instant by way of connecting to that bigger part of you, the one who knows you and knows the way, knows your purpose, right? Then when you get squeezed, you're no longer going to get just triggered. Instead, compassion and understanding and love is what will flow out of you. Remember too that you cannot take any of this accumulated materialistic things with you when we go. The only stuff that we have that will travel with us is our deeds and our actions. It's our karma, good or bad. So what legacy are you leaving, and how do you want to be remembered? Learn to love yourself first. Treat yourself with loving kindness, the kind that you crave to have, and want to bring more of inside of your life. So when you start there, that's what begins to cultivate your self-worth and your self-empowerment, and your true power starts to emerge because you have ignited something. It's like installing this new battery in the flashlight. It's connecting your higher self with this physical aspect of you. It's connecting those poles of the battery. It's turning the switch on that generates this connection. It works the same way when you connect your intellect with your physical body to your energetic spiritual body, that real essence of you. You will become your own generator, because you have connected to this infinite power source. You will also, actually, do you also know that, your heart creates its own force field? It's like this giant energy torrid field that's circulating thing, so what do you want to be putting out and circulating? Actually, this is the thing that I'm talking about when I'm referring to, or when I say go encompass yourself with yourself. It's this torrid field that our heart creates, that goes out and circulates and encompasses all that surrounds us. So when you understand and master this trifecta that I'm talking about, you stop being defensive because you will feel safe. You stop being guarded. You become the guardian. You stop being the taker and the seeker and the hunter and the gatherer, and seeking for bigger and better things. You become the giver. You stop being all of those things, and things will change because you have stepped into the flow of abundance. Things will flow to you by way of through you. So be a seeker of that understanding, and your wealth and status and respect and impression of how people see you, as well as your world, will automatically change when you comprehend and live that truth. So finding peace in the chaos is about making peace with the war that rages within you. So discover your light, embrace it, own it, become it, shine it, encompass yourself with it, and then share it. Remember, when you know better, you do better. Okay, be well.